Look at these big boys coming to rock. And Sigvald has come to test his might. Here we go. Me versus Harrison here on Warlock's Landing. 4 combos with bows, 3 with spears and shields, 2 rogue idols, and 1 shaman on a big spider. A whole mess of devoted marauders, 2 chaos sorcerers with Melikoth and the Rods of Torment. Here to beat up any and all of my anti-large orc boy big guns. Sigvald to just be a big bully. And let's go. Fast forward because these rock monsters take a while to get to where they need to go. On the side, I bring in some sneakiness, and it looks like Harrison doesn't like that, so he brings in some Furies to come deal with it. 2 Furies to come scout out in the woods, but we're already causing trouble here in the center. The Arachnot Spider is no joke. Once those idols come in stomping, we should be holding. In the meantime, we're going to try to build up a force to go take the side objective. But the stupid, sneaky, Chaos Chariots just come in and bully my little guys. Oddly enough, they have enough capture weight to out-capture all 3 of these gobos. Which is a little strange, but you know what? They're expendable. I'm doing alright so far. We'll see. Fury's coming in, trying to deal with my stuff, and we are gonna start dealing with his stuff. Orc boy, big guns. Deal with these chariots. Somewhat the right call. Then we got the Hellstriders coming in as well. Hellstriders, I don't know if they'll actually beat Boar boy big guns in a one-on-one. Certainly not surrounded as well. But we are just gonna trample over these little Chaos Furies here as we get our arrows in. Trying to delete as many of these devote as we can, as quick as we can. And right now, it seems to be alright. We just need to hold our home objective, which is the biggest problem. These Hellstriders are not making it easy, especially once the Furies come in with the rear charge. Ugh. Stupid, sexy Furies. And yeah, we don't have a lot of Vanguard side Squig Hoppers, which I kind of wish I would have brought now, seeing as how I knew Furies were going to be on the menu. I definitely should have brought Furies, but I thought, you know, 2 Rogue Idols, that's enough anti-infantry, but no mobility. That's the problem. That's the real problem. But yeah, these rock monsters are going to hold and hold for a long time here in the center. Here's Mirror Guard are looking to get chewed up on. We're going to recharge some Furies here. We got the little squiggies coming in to deal with, hopefully, these Furies. As those goblins try to just take those for the team. Warboy Big Gun's not doing so hot right now, but that Rod of Torment's about to make it even worse. Not overcasted. I forget what the spell is. Itchy something. Itchy Nuance or something. Gives minus 24 melee attack in the surrounding area, which is great, seeing as how we have a lot of monsters being surrounded right now. Although, I think a Foot of Gork would have been nice, but we got everything surrounded. We're trying to beat up poor little Sigvald who's trying to slip around. Here's going to come crashing down soon enough. We're getting surrounded, but no, we got a River Troll Hag now to do Bunas and Spirit Leeches. Bunas for the fiends that I know are coming, and Spirit Leech for Sigvald, who I know was going to show. That's right, I'm psychic. Yeah, because these models are so large, they actually can't do their animations properly. I can't get a good hit on Sigvald, who just keeps running away like the coward he is. Come on, fight these big rock monsters, you coward. These big stompy lads. Crash on them. Bam! Clapper and slapper. More Furies. Furies are just the bane so far. The fact that they're armor piercing, flying, take on pretty much all the boar boys with little, I wouldn't say little effect. Definitely do some serious damage to them. And here come the fiends. Hopefully the River Troll Hag makes the difference. Boar boys not charging into those spears, which was a huge mistake on my part. Could have got those nice and easy. But we got arrows, and hopefully those will be enough to back up these boar boys. More arrows on the way. Forcing the Furies be on multiple fronts is going to be the name of the game. We're just cleaning up. And here come those stupid Slaanesh riders again. Stupid chariots. Oh, I need those boar boys back online. I definitely have the center. At least I will once I clean up this mess. River Troll Hag versus Rearguard seems to be a pretty good win for them, yeah. And I think that's also a character fighting against them too right now. Maybe. It's hard to tell with all these banners floating around. Boar boys just having a hard time dealing with Furies, but once the Furies are dealt with, we can now go throw those boys somewhere else and have the arrows fight with impunity. The unit on top of the Fiends, thank goodness, because those Fiends are a pain in the ass. Boar boy big guns coming in to come deal with pretty much anything. Anything here on the Slaanesh roster. Bam! Another ancient nuance. I believe that's what it's called. Tell me if I'm wrong. Probably am. Prince of Perfection trying to fight two big guns. That's not going to go well. And here come the Fiends to come fight, and they're also going to get lowered attack. So they're not the only ones who can debuff. Heck, even having the Shaman here to do some anti-large damage is nice too. And yeah, the triple threat here with these large entities feels good so far. It's not doing great, but it feels good so far. We're losing down on points, but we are winning this center eventually. Just trying to... anything that's trying to bog them down will be repelled. And hopefully we can outvalue my opponent here and then just win that way. It's usually in the name of the game, but those Slaanesh boys will beat back those poor goblins. Ooh. Yeah, the Striders and the Fiends are pretty much going to be my bane. Yeah, there was a lot of problems here. The two casters from Melikoth just deleting my Cav, which just let Harrison have free reign over the map. A really nice touch. Something I have to keep in store next time I play. Something I got to try. Especially with feels like a slow faction. I would say Greenskins aren't necessarily... well, my build is definitely slow, but normally they go with a lot of arrows and a lot of boys and just get their shit rocked. And I haven't seen Slaanesh Chosen taken in a while. I don't know if it's still viable now that Fiends and the Demonettes are all looking good now. Increased leadership, good movement, reduced cost on a lot of their more elite infantry and cav. Maybe not elite infantry, I'm pretty sure it was the cav though. Cav and monsters, that's what it was. And yeah, it's just a good time to be Slaanesh again. It's probably why they're doing the best right now. As for my green boys, not so much. We're having a hard time. Everything got debuffed, everything's getting nerfed, everything's getting cost increase. It's not a good time to be green, but you know what? We have to live with what we got. Hellstrider's coming in, and I don't know if I would pick a fight with the troll because here come the big guns. Yeah, the Fiends are just bonkers. I really don't have anything good to deal with. And even Orkboy big guns are having a hard time dealing with the Fiends. Even with the debuff. Jeez. Probably the biggest problem right now against... yeah, even with Orkboy big guns to come help out, it's just... there's nothing I can do to really deal with Fiends. Even Bunas won't be able to get through all of them. Seeing as I can only have so many Bunas. And then the Furies are just coming in, coming out, back again. Up in value, totally down on points. And down in units too. Which is a bit strange, but you know what? That's the Warhammer for you. You could be up on value 2,000%, yet you could still lose in other ways. Yeah, my boar boys are just getting shit rocked. Yeah, there's just... the Fiends are just unstoppable at this point. No matter what I bring, really, the Fiends are just... yeah. The debuff they can do, the fact that they are... there's so many of them, and they're completely supported. No spells will really help out that much. So I don't know. Was the Fiend buff necessary? I don't think so. Fiends before were actually fine in my opinion. They really didn't need the buff. Yeah, going up to 16 models really seems to be the... yeah, they're just really tough to kill. Really tough to deal with. unless you're packing corn minotaurs, which is minotaurs, you're not really going to be able to deal with them too easily. Or just a lot of shooting. I mean a lot of shooting. Because yeah, in melee, against one-on-ones and melees, they just absolutely dominate now. And you can easily bring 2. And 2 is kind of like the standard you could bring 2 and just have a good time. And with the buffs to, say, Seekers and all those other units, Seeker Chariots as well, I don't see how Slaanesh could really lose too bad. I mean, I could take on Dwarves with Slaanesh now, which is pretty tough to say, seeing as how Dwarves are just, you know, everyone Dwarves are just annoying. They're still annoying, but now they're more annoying. And yeah, this is when the game really goes bad for me. I'm down on points. He's got me helmed into my home objective. I have no way to deal with these fiends. The casters are cheap and just killing everything that I bring out. Well, anything that can actually deal with the fiends. Even my lord, who is anti-large, won't be able to kill these fiends that easily. If the damn lord could actually hit them. Especially being unsupported, too. It's all bad news here. So, I try to capture back my home objective. I know I'm not going to need a triple at this point. We send the rogue to come back. Sigvald is pretty much useless in this game. I don't think Sigvald really added much. You didn't really need him, but you know what? It doesn't feel too bad to have him. And yeah, even with all the shooting I have, there's just... Yeah, my biggest complaint is the fiends. They're just really tough. They're just impossible to deal with. Slaanesh just has so many tools to shut down so much shooting, which you need to deal with fiends, but you can't get it because Furies are just abundant. And the rest of the Slaanesh roster is fast. But yeah, Slaanesh definitely feels good. Instead of complaining about Slaanesh, though, I think the buff would be to revert some of these nerfs to Greenskins, honestly, if you want to deal with factions like this. Because, man, that's the thing. You buff one faction, you have to retool the rest of them to actually deal with that faction. You do that to multiple factions, and the ripple effect's all over the place. That's why doing these nerfs and all this is really tough. It's really tough to balance out games like this. We're going to fast forward because it's pretty much over from here. I've been outscored, I've been outmaneuvered, I've been outplayed. Even when I was up in value, it was pretty much game over. So yeah, GG Harrison. Yeah, Harrison gave me the tip probably to lose one Rogue Idol. That's probably not a bad idea, so I could have more map control and deal with and support the Rogue Idol a little bit better with, say, I don't know, maybe just some more boys to hold out on the line a little bit better. Or just bring in some big guns. Let's see, Rogue Idol's 2,000, bring 2 big guns and maybe another thing of boys and some goblins. A little bit easier for my map control. Could definitely take my home objective without having to worry about a chariot coming in. Sigvald wasn't that impactful. I don't think he was that bad. I think one Rogue Idol's perfectly fine. Can beat back Sigvald, can beat back the rest of these. We'll definitely have trouble with fiends, but fiends are fiends. Maybe just have more, instead of boar boys, just bring in more, what are those, skirmish cav, probably be the better call. Just to keep running around. Have some squig hoppers to countercharge Furies. And just try to force Slaanesh to chase and get countercharged. That's really how I see playing against them now. Hopefully that works out. Alright folks, we're at the end of the video. If you liked it, please like, sub, follow me here on YouTube. Come join the Discord, come play, whether it's against me or many of the other friends of the channel. Or just play some games, or just show up on stream, show some love. I enjoy all that goodness. Alright folks, with all that said, I hope you all have a good one. Peace, and goodbye for now.